Just days ago, the U.S. Navy's most powerful aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. got new orders head south. At almost the same time, one of its escort ships, the Gravely, showed up in Trinidad and Tobago docking just 7 miles from the Venezuelan coast. Only hours later, the government of Nicolas Maduro made a sharp announcement. A group of alleged foreign operatives had been caught inside Venezuela linked to the CIA and accused of planning to destabilize the country. Coincidence? Or part of something bigger moving quietly across the Caribbean? In late October 2025, the USS Gerald R. and its strike group were on routine patrol in the Mediterranean. Then, almost overnight, the Pentagon confirmed a major shift. The Ford was reassigned to U.S. Southern Command, which covers Latin America and the Caribbean. The world's most advanced warship was now heading toward one of the most politically sensitive coastlines in the hemisphere. Why now, and what message does it send as the Gerald R. moves south? It does not travel alone. A carrier strike group is a floating ecosystem, part fortress, part airport, part intelligence hub. The Ford is joined by several Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, including the Winston Churchill Bainbridge Mason and Forrest Sherman. Each carries the Aegis combat system, advanced radars, and hundreds of missile cells together. They form a protective shield around the carrier, able to detect, track, and neutralize threats from air, surface, or underwater. When these ships sail together, they do not just move, they dominate everything for hundreds of miles. At the center is the Gerald R. the first of its class and the most advanced carrier ever built. It stretches 1,092 feet from bow to stern and weighs nearly 100,000 tons. Twice the weight of the Titanic. On board are over 4,500 sailors and aviators running a self-contained city at sea. With hospitals, workshops, and command centers above the deck lies the heart of its power. The Ford can operate more than 75 aircraft, including F-18 Super Hornets, Hawkeye early warning planes, and MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. The Ford cost around $13 billion to build, making it the most expensive warship ever made. Every inch of its design serves a purpose, maximizing readiness, survivability, and power projection. Its twin nuclear reactors can propel it for over 20 years without refueling. It is not just a ship, it is a moving symbol of global reach. And then there is Trinidad and Tobago. When the Gravely docked there, locals saw a gray silhouette on the horizon, unaware the destroyer's radar could scan hundreds of miles into nearby airspace, including northern Venezuela. The timing was striking. Within hours, Venezuelan officials said they had detained foreign agents, accusing them of preparing to destabilize the country. The story spread fast, raising the question: was the timing coincidence or a signal between rivals for Washington? The official line is simple. The Gerald R. deployment is about regional stability, cooperation, and deterrence. The U.S. Navy says its operations strengthen ties with partners and uphold freedom of navigation in international waters. But outside the Pentagon, analysts see a more complex picture. The presence of the world's largest aircraft carrier off the northern coast of South America is impossible to ignore. The Ford's carrier Air Wing 8 turns the ship into a floating airbase. Its Super Hornets fly at nearly twice the speed of sound, capable of precision strikes or defensive missions high above Hawkeyes, monitor the skies with large radar domes, sending live data to the carrier's combat center below. Seahawks sweep the sea for submarines or small boats, maintaining an invisible perimeter of awareness. Supporting all this is a vast digital network linking every ship, plane, and sensor. Information flows in real time, letting commanders see the entire battle space, like a single moving map somewhere below the surface. A Virginia-class nuclear submarine may be trailing the group. These subs are built for stealth intelligence gathering and precision strikes if needed. They are the unseen guardians of the carrier, silent, patient, and always nearby for any potential adversary. The message is clear: approach with caution. The Gerald R. is not just a ship, it is a statement everywhere it sails. It carries not only aircraft and sailors, but also the weight of global strategy. Its presence in the Caribbean marks a rare moment, when the world's most advanced naval power turns its focus toward its own hemisphere. For the thousands of sailors on board, daily life continues. Pilots brief for flight operations. Engineers monitor reactors, deck crews guide jets across the runway like flight deck. But they all know their ship's location is now the focus of government's analysts and headlines worldwide. So what happens next? Analysts suggest this might only be the beginning. If tensions continue, the U.S. could expand its naval presence further, perhaps by sending another guided missile cruiser to reinforce the group, or deploying more P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft to monitor the region's skies and seas. Amphibious ships carrying Marines and landing craft could also join for exercises or training with regional partners. Officially, everything would be called cooperation and deterrence, but unofficially it would send a clear message. The Caribbean is now under close watch. Whether this buildup becomes a long-term presence or fades after a few weeks remains to be seen. What is certain is that the USS Gerald R. Ford's voyage south has already changed the region's balance of perception, because when the most advanced carrier on Earth sails toward a contested coastline, even calm seas can start to feel tense, because in geopolitics, presence is power. And right now, that power is moving across the Caribbean loud and clear. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into global events shaping the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.